Hello, today is February 25th, 2016. We're going to read out of the book of Mark. The verse of the day is, "Love the Lord your God with all your heart and soul, with all your mind." This is the first and greatest commandment. And the second is like it, "Love your neighbor as yourself." Matthew 22:37 through 39. Okay. We're going to read Mark chapter 14. We read Mark chapter 13 yesterday. Really quick, but the hour, so 13 really quick says the day and the hour unknown, but about the day and the hour are unknown. No one knows, not even the angels in heaven, nor the Son, but only the Father. Be on guard, be alert. You do not know when that time will come. It's like a man going away. He leaves his house and puts his servants in charge, each with their assigned task, and tells one another at the door to keep watch. Therefore, keep watch, because you do not know when the owner of the house will come back, whether in the evening or at midnight, or when the rooster crows at dawn. If he comes suddenly, do not let him find you sleeping. What I say to you, I say to everyone, watch. Yes, we read that yesterday. Mark chapter 14 goes, "Now the Passover and the festival of unleavened bread were only 2 days away, from the chief priests and the teachers of the law were scheming to arrest Jesus secretly and kill him, but not during the festival, they said, or other people may riot. While he was in Bethany reclining at the table in the home of Simon the leper, a woman came with an alabaster jar of very expensive perfume made of pure nard. She broke the jar and poured the perfume on his head. Some of those present were saying indignantly to one another, why this waste of perfume? It could not have been sold for more than a year's wage, and the money given to the poor." And they rebuked her harshly. "Leave her alone," Jesus said. "Why are you bothering her? She has done a beautiful thing to me. The poor you will always have with you, and you can help them at any time you want, but you will not always have me." She did what she could. She poured her perfume on the body beforehand, and to prepare the burial. "Truly I tell you, wherever the gospel is preached through the world, what she has done will also be told in memory of her." When Judas Iscariot, one of the 12, went to the chief priests to betray Jesus to them, they delighted to hear the promise to give him the money. So he watched for important opportunity to hand him over. On the first day of the festival of Leaven, when it was customary to sacrifice the Passover lamb, Jesus' disciples asked him, "Where do you want us to go and make preparations for you to eat the Passover?" So he sent his 2 disciples, telling them, "Go into the city, and a man carrying a jar of water will meet you. Follow him. Say to the owner of the house." He enters. The teacher asks, "Where is my guest room? Where may I eat the Passover with my disciples?" "He will show you a large room upstairs, furnished and ready. Make preparations for us there." The disciples left and went into the city and found things just as Jesus had told them. So they prepared then a Passover. When the evening came, Jesus arrived with the 12 while they were reclining at the table eating, and he said, "Truly I tell you, one of you will betray me, one of you who is eating with me." All right, that was 19 verses 1 through 19 of Mark chapter 14. It is a long chapter. There's 72 verses. Our daily devotion is friends who stick with you. You have hit rock bottom. One bad day turned into, and funk became a month. A month of misery has become a season with no end in sight. You have alienated most around you, and your fair weather friends fled long ago. Even your family is at loss and gives you space. We read this yesterday. Okay. That's great. The knowing look of friendship. At the end of the Lord of the Rings movie, the hobbits are back from the hills, the long adventure, sitting in their hometown pub. High spirits and laughter around them, but they sit quietly looking at each other, knowing wary smiles. They share something their hometown friends will never know. They have journeyed long, they have struggled against evil, Somehow they've returned victorious. They look and give each other the knowing look of friendship in the battle-tested bond of joy and pain. Jesus had friends, those who shared his journey, accepted him, heard his wisdom and encouragement. Not all of them stuck with him when he most needed it, but some did, and he restored most of the friends again. As you journey toward what matters, Jesus will come alongside and ask to journey with you. He knows the burden your journey, and he will share all you need to complete it. Perhaps at the end of your journey, you'll exchange the knowing look of friendship too. That is so beautiful. I have called you friends, for everything that I have learned from my Father I have made known to you. John 15:15. That's beautiful. Beautiful. All right. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you tomorrow.